Well, hello, madcappers. Today we're going to talk about some fashion accessories or accessories for the home that you can make with just a square of fabric. So we've made the doggy or the pet bandana already, but we're going to do napkins and bandanas today. And we've made some knit bandanas on the channel before, and I'll put links to the pet bandana and the headband bandana in the description below. There's a little recap of our pet bandana made from a square. But let's open up this little package and see what we have. Now I'll show you two ways to finish the edges of your napkins. You could do it with a serge, a narrow serge, or you could do this hem. And this hem has a nice miter corner in every corner so that the hem rolls over flat and it's nicely finished. And you'll see that this is the way that a lot of napkins are done in the commercial marketplace. And I'm also going to show you how to make paper wrappers for your napkins. So if you want to start a business, hey, this is a great way to start. You can sew these at home. They're so much fun, and they're great for presents for friends and family, teachers, for everyone. Who doesn't love a reusable napkin? So I did a little trip to the store, and I'm just checking out this display just to show you there's different ways to package them. You can fold them so that they're long or fold them into squares. You can wrap them with ribbon. The paper wrapper I'll show you is easy to do and a good place to start. And here's a set that's made with that hem with the mitered edges that I'm going to show you how to do in this video. I make mine with the serged edge, but I also have made some with the hems, and I feel that probably most of you don't have the big industrial serger I have, so we will go through how to do this hemming finish, which is really nice. And now this is a bigger square, so this could be a hair bandana or a neck bandana. And when you fold it into a triangle, you get a nice stretchy bias going around your head, which gives you enough extra fabric to tie the ends into a knot. And you'll see a lot of people wear a bandana, especially when it's hot outside. So you can have fun, depending on the head size, you would want to cut the square either bigger or smaller. But that gives you an idea of another product that you can make just from a square. And I will go over this whole process of doing that hem in detail. First, I'm going to show you the preparation for the fabric, and we are going to give our fabrics, and these are cottons, they're quilting weight cottons that I'm using in this video. We're going to give them a good steam, a good hot steam. So we can pre-shrink them and they will lie flat as we're doing the hemming process. Because with these squares and these two projects, we need to hem all four sides. And this puppy fabric is so cute for Christmas. It's going to make a nice Christmas napkin set. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim my fabric down to size, and I'm going to use my Fiskars 45 millimeter rotary cutter and a cutting mat. And I'll put links to all these products that I'm using below in the description in case you're interested. I love using a rotary cutter for these two projects because you get a nice clean edge, and for the napkins or the hair or neck bandana, you need to have a nice hem. So starting off with a really good straight line is really key, I think, to success. Now this fabric's a little bit smaller. I just had this piece left, so I'll make a set of two napkins that are a little bit smaller. I'm cutting these to 16.5 inches by 16.5 inches. The standard for the napkin that I've noticed in the marketplace is 18 by 18 inches, which is what I've cut these dogs to, or 46 centimeters by 46 centimeters. So the doggies, I have enough to do a set of 4. And this is all fabric that's left over from the mask making days. Now let me introduce you to my wonder machine. This is called an over edger. And so I'm using regular thread and some polyester texturized thread, which is like a nylon almost. It has that same effect. It spreads out a little bit. So I find that it makes the edge look a little fuller. And this is a Juki an over edger MO 2500 series. This is a 2504, and would you believe it, this machine has been working hard for me for over 20 years. So you can find these machines in the secondhand market. If you live in a city, then just take a few minutes if you're interested in getting this kind of machine to make this job so easy. You can just start calling around to industrial sewing machine sales stores or companies. There's usually a few of them in every city. And so I'm just going to go all the way around, doing one side, trimming the ends, and then start the other side. And I'm not using the knife. I try not to use the knife on my serger too much. I don't like it if it just gets caught and makes me skip a stitch. So I've cut it to the size I want, and I'm just sort of guiding it alongside the knife. And that's it. It's easy peasy when you have a machine like this. You can use a regular serger if you can make your stitch narrow like this, and my stitch length is as close together as possible. It's as small as this machine will allow. And that's how I get this distinctive edge. And I use it on fleece as well in the winter for things that I make. It's been a hardworking little machine. And in the summer, my hat scarves on my fancy hats, I use this edge as well. But for the napkins, it's perfect. Now to prepare the napkins for presentation, if you're going to sell them or package them the way that I showed at the beginning with a paper wrapper, I just fold them in half and do a quick press. And so this is a set of 4. And I will also show you at the end of this video what I do with these napkins as well, because we do use them as gifts here at Madcap too. So now I've just brought those ends into that center fold, and I'll do another quick press, and then I'm just going to fold one side over the other. And now I have a long rectangle, and then I'm just going to fold the ends in to roughly about 1/3 of the way in, and just overlap one end by the other, and then repeat. For a set of 4, I would do this 4 times. And once I'm finished, I will stack them so that clean folded edge at the top there is going to all be lined up. So all of them will be placed on top of each other with that same clean folded edge at the top. And I've just speeded this up just in case you needed to see it again. And with the help of my Juki over edger, look at that. Speedy work. Baby, speedy work. So let's put a hem on this piece of fabric. I've cut it 24 inches by 24 inches, but my finished size is going to be 22 inches by 22 inches or 55 centimeters by 55 centimeters. And you see if I fold it in half along the bias, I get a stretchy fit. So it's perfect for a hair bandana. I'm going around on each side now, and I'm measuring in from that cut edge 1 inch. And I'm using a water soluble marker to draw a line. So each one of the 4 sides is going to have a line of 1 inch inside. And now I'm just going to fold that cut edge up to meet the line. So I'm ending up with a fold, and that piece folded over is about 1/2 inch deep. Now you could make a smaller hem. I'm making mine big just because I think it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. You'll see in the industry, if you're looking at commercially made napkins, that the hem might be narrower. Just take note that the lines that you draw on the inside and you're putting that edge up to will be the finished size of your napkin. Also, just notice that I am working from the wrong side of the napkin. So I definitely have a wrong side with this fabric, and my fold lines were traced on the wrong side too. You could make a reversible napkin if you put 2 pieces together, wrong sides together, maybe do an edge stitch to join them before you do any of what I've just done so far. And now here's the way to do it. This is the trick. So you're opening up that folded edge so it goes off the side of your napkin into a point. Now we're going to work on one corner at a time to create that mitered edge. And the trick here is to just fold the napkin at the corner point, and you're meeting the two sides of the corner on that top edge. So it's going off like a triangle, and I've got a folded edge that's inside the napkin. I'm just drawing a sewing line down from that top folded hem edge down to that edge that's just folded fabric. And where they meet is where my seam is going to be. And I'll do a back and forth at each end just to reinforce the stitch. And now I'm going to cut that corner off, the part that's to the right of my seam, on an angle, close to the edge of the stitching at the inside part, or the folded fabric part of the napkin, and then leaving a little bit of extra fabric so that I can do this. I can open up that seam and I can finger press it open, and then I'm just going to flip it inside the napkin. And I have now an edge where my raw edge is tucked inside, and I have a beautiful folded edge on the inside of my napkin. A really nice hem with a beautiful corner that's going to sit flat. I'll just give it a clip to hold it in place, and I'm going to go around to each corner and do exactly the same thing. So 4 times I'm going to do this. So I'm at the corner, I fold it, I'll just even it out so that that end of the tip that's coming off on the right side is equal on both sides and pointed. And I'm going to do that right angle using my little ruler. I'll draw a sewing line on a right angle up from the folded edge, just where those two fabrics meet, just where that edge of the folded hem and the edge of the folded napkin meet. Do my seam back and forth. Trim off that extra on a bit of an angle. Open it up with a finger press and flip it inside for my beautiful finished mitered hem. Mitered corner and beautiful folded over hem. And just smooth it out with your fingers. And we're going to also give this a press. I did clip it in place, and I'm using my wool pressing mat to help me pull it tight, so it wants to just turn up anyway and give me help while I'm making this hem. So I'm going to press this hem over. And if I opened up that hem, I would see that blue line faintly right at the very edge fold. So you're going to take into account your depth of your hem when you calculate how large of a piece of fabric you need to cut. So for this 22 by 22, I needed to cut this 24 by 24 to take into account that 1-inch hem all the way around. So once you get the hang of this, it's fast, it's easy. And of course, if you don't have a magic serger machine like I have, then this is a really good option to make a really quality product that you can give to family and friends, or for yourself, or even to sell and start maybe a small sewing business that can grow and grow and earn you extra income while you work at home. Now I'm using my handy dandy magnetic seam guide to help me with this last finishing touch, which is to sew that edge down of the hem. And I'm sewing very close to the inside edge of the hem. And my magnet's set for just less than a 1/2 inch width from my needle. And once you get to the corner, you're just going to pivot when your needle is in that mitered seam and turn and go down the next side. And you'll notice the new magnetic seam guide has that little arm that comes down and helps to guide the fabric and hold it flat. So it comes in very handy for this job. So there it is. There's the bandana. And now let's talk about how to market these napkins. Paper wrappers are so easy to make with just your regular paper that you can buy at any office supply store. So in North America, I use the letter size and the legal size. And in Europe, you would use A4 and A3. And then I make a sheet of stickers with my company label to close them up at the back. And I'm using Canva to do my artwork. And Canva is so easy. I think there's a free version. I'm a subscriber, so I'm using the paid version, which still is so worth it if you have a business. I use it a lot. So it's so easy to change the font. You can create your own artwork. You pick your fonts, you pick your colors. There's all sorts of built-in elements like these little graphics. So there's a picnic basket, there's the doggy, there's a pine cone. So, you can make sets of napkins for seasonal holidays, and you can decorate them with Christmas items if it's for the Christmas season or Easter. I mean, there's just so many possibilities. This is just a real no-brainer for a sewing business. This is an easy thing to package and market and to mail too. Once you fold these napkins up and you wrap them in their paper wrapper, they easily go into a small envelope. So it's just win-win. So there's our little doggy, the Christmas theme. He's wearing his Christmas hat. So I'll just use my Fisker's paper cutter. And I shall cut these into strips and get them ready for wrapping around the napkins. And when you're making your artwork, you can describe the size of the napkins. You could put the price of the napkins on, which country you live in, so where they were handmade, maybe your website. If you were going to customize them for family and friends, you could definitely put their names on right in Canva as well. They make a beautiful little Christmas gift for teachers, I think, too. You can really have fun playing with this project. There's so many things that you can do with these sets of napkins. It's fantastic. And my little ruler comes in handy again to make some fold lines for the paper wrappers. I will trim the wrappers down at the back. I'm going to use these little stickers that I've made with my logo to close up the wrappers at the back because I don't want to get any glue on my cotton napkins. And I find the stickers, you can buy mailing labels at office supply stores as well and just use the template that the label company will probably have on the web to create your little stickers. You could put your name on the sticker or a company logo if you're making this for a business. And in Canada, where I am, the sticker I'm using is Avery, and there's a Avery website that allows you to create your own projects with all their various different stickers and to save them as well. So that comes in very handy. So I get to print out a sheet of, I think it's 30 stickers all at once. I will be a busy girl. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just going to close up the back of the wrapper with my sticker with my company logo on it. And I will be doing a festival this winter, so I will be selling these napkins before Christmas too, which is exciting. It just gives me something else to have in the booth for the person who says they will never wear a hat. Shame on them. Yes, and right there you could put like who it's from or the price. So lots of possibilities. It's really easy to make these paper wrappers. And I just want to show you the ruler set that I got. I got this on Amazon. It's such good value. It's unbelievable how what good value it is. It comes in a set of 7, and there's squares there too, which makes it very easy if you wanted to use the square ruler just to cut your napkins or your pet bandanas. Lots of possibilities. Tools are very important, I find, anyway, for my success and hopefully for yours too. So there you have it. We're all wrapped up and ready to go. And I want to show you what we do. We have a bed and breakfast here at Madcap. You can probably see the address there on that label, and we give our guests a cotton napkin to take home. We get people from all over the world staying with us, so it's a little souvenir of their time here at the Madcap B&B. And here's a little look at the inside of our cabin, lakeside, rocks and trees. It's lovely. So if you have questions or comments, please leave them below. I will answer each and every one of you, and I appreciate you all for watching the video, and I hope I've given you some ideas to make some extra money. There's where I got my marshmallow pitcher, and maybe it's time to go out and roast some more. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. We'd love to have you here at Hat School. I'm Tori Capes. I'm a certified milliner. And thank you to our patrons and our channel members for supporting the channel and making these free videos and patterns possible. I have so much fun doing this. Thank you guys. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're Madcap Hats there as well. Super thanks are always appreciated. Like and subscribe. So like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you liked that too. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. I'm working on videos for some brand new winter hat patterns. Yay!